Hi guys, how are you today? My name's Lidwin. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to achieve this look. This video is going to show you how I actually color correct, contour and highlight my face. So if you are interested, please keep watching. Starting off guys, let's just correct our face. So as you can see on my face, you can see all this darkness under my eyes and also around my lip. So today I'm going to use an orange tinge to correct the darkness, to counteract the darkness. So today I'm going to be using the MAC Studio Conceal and Correct Duo. I'll just be using the orange bit of this. I've actually never used this. I think it's just a bit too dark. Okay, so I'm just going to place a good amount just around there, just like that. I'm just going to take this beauty blender. Actually, this is not a beauty blender. This is the Real Techniques blender, I suppose. I'm just going to use a little bit of Fix. Just taking my little mirror and I'm just going to blend that in. Just like that. I used to use the tiniest little amount when I first started using these correctors, but I realized you do need to use a little bit more than, because I was just really afraid of using such an orange texture, and I was really worried that it wouldn't actually, it would still appear orange under my foundation and my concealer. But no, it actually, you do need a good amount in order to counteract that darkness. Like you can see, I've got heaps of darkness under my eyes. And there we go. So the next thing what we're going to do is I'm going to be using my foundation. Today I'm going to use two foundations. I'm going to be using the Hello Flawless foundation. This is the Oxygen Wow Brightening Makeup by Benefit. I love this foundation. I think I've mentioned it in a previous video as well, but the shade that I used was a little bit lighter, like it was more my skin tone. This is a little bit darker. This one's in amber. So I'm going to also use this MAC Pro Long SPF foundation. This one's in NC40, so this is a little bit lighter for me. So I'm just going to mix these two together and apply it on my face. Just going with the lighter one first, and I'm just going to use, I'll show you what the dark one looks like. It's quite dark. I'm just going to use a little bit. I don't know if you can see, but it's quite dark anyway. I'm just going to mix that together on the back of my hand, just like that. And then I'll just apply it all over my face. Okay guys, so I'm just taking that blender, I'm just taking the flat end of it and then just blending that all out. The next thing that I'm going to do is go in with the concealer. So I'm going to be taking this BOBBI Brown concealer. This is in Honey. It just looks like that. I'm going to go in with that. Just going to take this brush. This is just a flat brush. That's pretty much where I want to conceal. So if I've got any little marks that I want to conceal, I would use this. I would do it at this stage as well. Then I'm going to go in with the blender again. And let's get our eyebrows done, and then we'll get some shadow done as well. So going in with my brows, I'm going to take a spoolie and a little flat angled brush. I'm going to go in with my BOBBI Brown eyeshadow. This is in Mahogany. Just using the spoolie to brush it all out. I do need to get my eyebrows done, it's been a while. I usually get it threaded, which is amazing. They really shape it. It gives you a very clean look. But lately I haven't had time to go. So the last time I actually waxed it myself. Obviously I'm not a pro, so I prefer getting it threaded, so I will need to go soon because I love the look that it gives you, such a clean look. So just outlining the corners in little small strokes. I've never actually used the Anastasia brow kit. I really need to try that. You guys tell me, do you prefer using a powder or do you like that liquid? I do. I really enjoy the powder. The one I used to actually use the Estee Lauder pencil. I was really obsessed with that, and then I found this, and I've kind of stuck to this regime for a while now. So just going in with the Bobbi Brown concealer again. I'm going to take some, and I'm just going to outline under my brows just to clean it up. To just give it a bit more of a clean look. And also on top. And now I'm going to take a fluffier brush like this. This is by Real Techniques, and I'm just going to blend that out. It's actually a crease brush, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, a crease brush. So now let's just get started on our shadow. I'm not going to put too much on there at all. I'm just going to use some simple browns. I'm going to use this little palette that was given to me by my good friend. This is by MAC, and it has some really beautiful browns in it, like I'm going to use these three just here. So I'm going to go off with the darkest shade. I'm going to just dip this little brush in here. This is by e.l.f. It's an e.l.f. blending brush. A little dome brush like that, and I'm going to go in the crease. I'm not going to do too much here at all, just light with a light hand. I'm going to go in with a flat brush like that. Then I'm going to go into the middle shade there. I'm going to place it on the lid. Ooh, it's very nice, this shade. Okay, let's go in with this little dense brush right here, and we're just going to blend that in nicely. Taking this little dome brush by Sigma, this is the E30 pencil brush. I'm going to dip it into the middle shade as well as the darker one, and then just go underneath, just to balance off the top. Okay, just taking this tiny little brush. This is an accent brush by Real Techniques. I'm going to go in with the lightest shade just there. I'm going to just place it on the inner corner. I might go in with a slightly bigger brush. Just to give it a little bit of depth. So now that I've just lined my eyelid and also my waterline, I'm just going to take a tiny little, like a little brush, a smudging brush. I'll just take this one here, and I'm just going to give it a bit of a smudge. Just lightly, just to give it a little bit of a smoky look. Put some mascara on. I'm going to be using my same usual mascara that I use on an everyday basis. This is by Rimmel. It's called Scandalize and Rocking Curves. I really like the brush on this. It's got a little swivel like that, if you can see that. Just going to apply it, a couple of layers. Just going to take a large powder brush, and I'm just going to flick off all the excess eyeshadow. There we go. Now let's get to contouring. So I'm actually using this Cover Me MAC Studio Conceal and Correct. This is in medium. No, actually, okay. So what it's got is the light, the medium, and the dark for contouring. So I usually go in with that color right there for my highlight, and then I go in with this one for my contouring. This one. I'm just going to take my concealer brush by Sigma. Just down my nose like that. Just on my forehead, and also just here. Just on my... Okay, so now that I've got my highlighter on, I'm going to go in with the darker shade on that palette. Just that one there, the contour. I'm actually going to use this little brush here. This is just a flat one. I'm going to place it in the hollows of my cheek, and then just at the around my forehead, just like that, and then just at the down my nose. Like that, and I'm just going to place some right there. Just going to place just some underneath there just to give it a little bit of a pout, a more pronounced look. Like that. And also I'm going to place some just out my jawline. Okay, now time to blend. Back with that Beauty Blender or Real Techniques blender. So to set everything in, I'm going to go in with powder products just to make sure that it's all mattified. I'm going to go in with this Face of Australia translucent powder. I'm going to take the Sigma brush. This is a tapered blending brush. Just going to go in there, give that a tap off. I'm going to be using the Too Faced bronzer. This is the Chocolate Soleil. So just going to take my large blending brush, just going to dip that in, tap it off, and I'm just going to go where I need it. So just going in with my nose, what I'm going to do is go in with a smaller brush. Now what I'm going to do is go take my Studio Fix foundation NC40. I'm going to go in with a powder brush by Sigma, and I'm just going to take all that translucent powder out and also mattify with this and set everything else. So the last thing that we need to do is obviously highlight. I'm going to use my usual, which is the Mineralize Skin Finish. This is in Soft and Gentle. I'm going to use a fan brush. Any fan brush will do. Just going to swirl it, tap it off, and place it in the high points of my face. Down my nose. On my brows, brow bone, and also my forehead just here, just at the temples, place it in the inner corners of my eyes, just to bring it all together. Let's finish off our lips. So I'm going to use these two products. The first one is in Anticipation. As you guys know, I love this for pink looks. I'm going to use this as a Pro Long Pencil by MAC. And then I'm going to top it off with this Velvet Lippy. This is actually a buttery, it says here, Buttery Matte Lip Cream by Absolute. So I'm going to use these two. So let's just line our lips first. Now I'm just taking the lip butter. I'm just going to place it in the middle and work my way out. So just taking that little fluffy brush again that I used to blend in my brows before with the concealer, I'm just going to use that to blend my lip area as well. I'm going to go in with the same blending brush and I'm going to set everything in. Last thing that I'm going to do is take that little fan brush again, go back in with the highlighter just there by MAC. Dip that in, tap it off, and okay, just up there, and also just a tiny bit on my lip at the bottom, just to give it a bit of a pout. Plus everything. I'm going to use the Fix Prep and Prime and give that a bit of a shake and spray it away. So this is how I color correct, contour and highlight my face. This is the finished look, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and do subscribe for more videos coming up. I have done a New Year's resolution where I do want to put out more videos in the coming new year, so stay tuned, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.